मध्ये राजितं निर्विकल्पम् सदसदखिलभेदातीतमेकस्वरूपम् प्रकृतिविकृतिशून्यम् नित्यमानन्दमूर्तिम् विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। रघुकुलवरमीशं जानकी प्राणनाथं समरकुशलवीरं राघवं रावणारिं हनुमदनुजसेव्यं धार्मिकं सत्यपालं विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः।
Please sit down. Curtain తీసి పెట్టండి, క్లోజ్ చేయదు, ఎవరు వస్తారు ఇంకా. ఒకటి చూడండి బాస్. जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रुत्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे कालिन्दी फुल्लकमले माधवेन क्रीडारता ब्रह्मानन्दं नमस्तुभ्यं सद्गुरु लोकनायक सद्गुरु लोकनायक। Namaste to everybody, and on the occasion of SWAMI BRAHMANANDA Maharaj Jayanti and the concluding celebration or concluding puja of the Golden Jubilee anniversary of Hyderabad Mutt today. Every year it is a foundation day like Brahmanji's birthday. This temple was consecrated on 6th February 1981, and before that the center was there in Secunderabad from 1973, officially affiliated to the Mutt. Swami Ranganathan was the first president. Then he served the center and spread the message of Vedanta in the whole of Andhra Pradesh for nearly 25 years, both as president of the center and as the vice president of the order. Then moved on to Belur Mutt as the Sangha Guru, president of the Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission. Later, Swami Paramarthanji, Ananyanandaji, Gnanadanandaji spread the message, continued to keep up the legacy of Swami Ranganathanji Maharaj. And today we are here, the end of the Golden Jubilee celebration. So we are fortunate today, and Golden Jubilee celebration was all for one full year now. We had the inauguration on 11th of February with Chandi Homa, Chandi Parayanam, etc. Then we had education conference, health conference, spiritual retreats, guest lectures, and we come to the last phase of this very important celebration, Golden Jubilee of the Hyderabad Mutt. And there will be another big public meeting. We are waiting for some senior Swamis to be available. So that will be after Sri Ramakrishna's birthday in March, hopefully by the grace of Sri Ramakrishna and Mother and Swamiji. So today we have with us Swami Shantatmani Maharaj, the secretary of the Ramakrishna Mission, Vivekananda Institute of Values, newly set up in the Haryana state, Gurugram. Till that time, Maharaj was in New Delhi, Ramakrishna Mission. Then we worked mainly for the education and the moral values, the deteriorating situation today in education institutions. Thanks to CBSE, which permitted the Ramakrishna Mission to work in the schools under a beautiful syllabus called ACP, Awakened Citizen Program, covering thousands and thousands of schools from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Gujarat to Northeast, and a beautiful electronic exhibition of Swami Vivekananda's message, life teachings, through the help of Ramakrishna Mutt in Chennai. It was built in the basement hall of the Delhi Ashrama. So now Maharaj is, through his ideas and influence and grace, built up a full center in Delhi, in Gurugram, exclusively focused on values. So he is full-time into it, and on our request he has come all the way for a day. He is a specialist in puja. When he centers consecration, temple openings, here, there, he is invited. So I took the liberty of inviting him. Since he was in a very prime place in our headquarters, everybody knows Swami Shantatmani. So from that day one onwards, we have been in contact, last 43 years now. So he was very kind enough to accept. He came yesterday evening, did all the puja technicalities, and blessed all of us. And I requested him also to speak, to share his experiences about Swami Ranganathan Maharaj, and also Swami Brahmanandaji, whose birthday we are celebrating. So without wasting much time, I hand over the dais to Maharaj to carry on his ideas till Aarti time. Thank you.
Om Stapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha Itagnir dahika shakti Ramakrishne sitahiya sarvavidya svarupam tam sharadam pranamamyaham Paratatve sadalino Ramakrishna samagnya yo dharma stapanarato vire shantam namamyaham Kalindi pullakamale madhavena kridarata Brahmananda namastubhyam Sadguru Lokunayaka. Our very dear Swami Bodhamayananji or Anupamanji is there, the other monks of this ashrama, and the assembled devotees. It's always a pleasure and privilege to be here, one of the most beautiful centers of the Ramakrishna order, started by no less than most revered Swami Ranganathan. I had the blessed privilege to be in touch with Maharaj for more than 3 decades. But largely it will be during the time when he would come to Belur Math. Of course, later on when he became president, we had more occasions to meet him because I was so in Belur Math for a long, long time. So, Maharaj's life, if you want to just put it in one word, it is simplicity personified. Same half shirt. See, nowadays we all use this chemical colors and all that. The traditional old color on half shirt. Whether it was America or whether he was doing tapasya in Kankal, whether it was addressing thousands used to gather here, same. He never used to have anything. No, a person absolutely without possessions. He went somewhere abroad, the people who were supposed to receive him had not come. He had no money. He had to request somebody, can you give me $1 or something so that I can dial someone? So he was. And we have heard, we have seen also, people from all over the world would bring gifts to Maharaj. Because he was president of the order and he had one of the most widely travelled Swamis of the order. He's gone to every country, probably with the exception of China. Also China he must have visited, I don't know. But all other countries he had certainly visited, all major countries, given talks. So obviously when he became president, all over the world people would converge and all that. But till those gifts are distributed, you won't have peace of mind. No, take away. Till it is given to somebody, you can't bear to see them. Whereas a very costly pen or something else, some woolen garments or whatever it is all to be disposed of immediately. And also a person with such extraordinary positivity. See, he was a voracious reader. Even at the age of 95, 96, he would read. But still, whoever publishes a book would send him a copy. Obviously, he can't read all those books. Sometimes he would give to somebody else to read. Once he gave the book to a very renowned scholarly monk of the order. He was known for his scholarship. When he came back and said, Maharaj, there is nothing in this book, absolutely nothing. He said, not even one good point, he won't agree. Nothing, something good. That was his nature. He could never think that anything is absolutely useless or worthless or anything. And so unworldly, because I was there as an old bandicoot, 30 years in Belur Math. So I knew many of them, they came as younger Swamis, then they became trustees and also I knew quite a lot of Swamis by that way. So they would say, quite often in meetings when something is discussed, there is some transgression or this or that, I would simply stare blank. You won't even know what they are discussing like. So unworldly. And we have a very big hospital center in Seva Pratishthan. I think probably some 1,000 employees or so. They were on a big strike. So they came naturally. He was the president of the order. He has to be informed everything, whether he wants it or not. All information would come. So they came and told him, why? Give each one of them one set of complete works. That was his prescription. Somebody came and told Maharaj, so much is happening, Bihar, this Lalu Prasad, this like that or something. No, you go give him complete works. He made that our Patna Swami, go and give him. He had to give and report. Is that one set of complete works is all the solution he had for any problem in the world. So he lived, although he lived amidst us, he belonged to a different era, different world, different attitude, totally rooted in something else. So sometimes it's very even difficult to imagine that kind of a personality. Absolutely, and so large-hearted. We had a very prime piece of land in Trichur or somewhere. Bharatiya Vidyabhavan wanted, he simply gave them away at a very concessional or somebody filed a court case against that. It went that far. Because we finally won, but he was like that. Oh, they are asking for a good work, give it. See, actually, when he started the center in Delhi, he could have taken even 100 acres, because Nehru, the whole family was so closely known to him. Nehru used to come to see him. Anyway, Indira Gandhi once came, she was late, he made her sit on the steps to the auditorium, in the stage. That was the only place. It was so crowded. And she came, you sit here. She sat and listened. So he could have got any amount of land, but he took the barest minimum. So he was not he was always for spreading the ideas, spreading the ideas. So devoted to Swamiji. So much so, somebody heard him even say towards the end of his life, no, I will come back. I will come back again and do Swamiji's work. See, normally, before we understand even ABCD of spiritual life, we start saying that we want mukti and all that, not knowing what is mukti and what is bondage. But a person who has lived the life, such a sterling life of such purity, such commitment, and such extraordinary devotion to Thakur Mahan Swamiji, saying that no, I'll have to come back. Something like that he said. Of course, somewhere later on from his diary they found out he had a vision of Holy Mother and all this were recorded. The point is, anything for him was something very different. No, although all the top doctors, many of them in India and abroad, were all known to him, but he had a very difficult stomach. Nothing he could digest, nothing. Finally, as we saw his sevaks, they had done, by measure, so many grams, you can increase, so many grams of rice, so many grams of, not hard curd, like, semi-solid, that kind of this thing, and boiled pepe, together they will mix everything, and that fixed quantity, morning, noon, night, and he would eat. He'll always his room used to be crowded. Oh Maharaj, you are taking the same thing. Don't you feel bored? Why? It tastes like nectar. See, he was not trying to say to please us. You could immediately say the change in his face, the expression. It tastes like nectar. That's how he was. So he was, it's a very, absolutely unbelievable simple life that way. It was extraordinary in many, many ways. Actually, in sometimes, we feel that they all, with him, some of us really felt that with him, one era was kind of, it was kind of coming to an end. See, Thakur, the direct disciples knew that Swami Vivekananda said somewhere, from the dust of his feet, he can create lakhs of Vivekanandas. That was Swamiji's estimation of Thakur. The generation who came after the direct disciples, first Virajananji became the president, and then afterwards Shankarananji, Vishuddhananji, Madhavananji, Vireshwarananji, Gambhirananji, Bhuteshananji, and then Ranganathanji. So the era of to us, they were all great luminaries. How they must have felt. You see, Maharaj and others, they had mixed very freely with Mahapurush Maharaj, Akhandananji and others. Many of them, all the names that I mentioned, all of them, some of them were even mother's disciples, all of them were direct disciples certainly, And most of them had met Raja Maharaj, Mahaprabhu. So how they must have felt. To us, they appeared so extraordinary, of such luminosity, such great life. So again, the one beauty is, this order has a tremendous that power of parampara. We always believe that the power of Thakur flows in the order even now. Swamiji, when he started the Belur Math, when he carried the Atmaram of Thakur to keep it there and begin the work, he said the spiritual wave emanating from this place will inundate the world for the next 1500 years. I'm not just saying, I'm seeing it. So, it will happen. But we must understand, supposing you have a bank balance and you keep on just issuing checks and withdrawing, what will happen? It will get exhausted. So, you must all think that what we can add to that great ocean, that great treasure, that great unimaginable wealth and other traditions which they have left behind. You know the famous story of Ramayana, the squirrel. It carried just a speck of that sand to help Ramchandra in building the Setu. And it felt blessed. Ramchandra put his hand. So all of us have also a duty, kartavya. Something we must think about it. Probably to that we will come towards the end of the talk on Raja Maharaj. So much about Maharaj, such an extraordinary life. It was a great pleasure even to see him whenever he would come for meetings to Belur Math from Hyderabad. Always full of young monastics, mostly brahmacharis. And even at the age of 72, he would go and play volleyball with them. He would often say, right now I can claim the coconut tree. It's from Kerala originally, full of coconut trees. He says, right now I can claim, he would say. And he was so tall and he would erect. No one have seen him like, so even till the end he was like that. So it was very, very, very extraordinary. A great luminary of the order who really, of course, it's foolhardy to try to compare and all that. After Swamiji, amongst the next subsequent generations, he has been the most outstanding speaker of the order. One very personal observation, kindly don't mistake me. Swamiji also says something like this. What happened? At one point of time, we, as part of Swami Vivekananda's 158 celebrations, we took a huge number of programs we did. One was to give a book to some 2 lakh employees of State Bank of India. Because they paid for it. So somebody culled out portions, largely because that person is a very great devotee of Ranganathan. All his inspiration, all his entire life is because of Ranganathan, because Maharaj blessed him so specially. A series of lectures he had given in Delhi on citizenship values that came out as a very huge essay, about I think 150 pages is what was initially a talk. He expanded. From that he had culled out, and there were about something like just 40 pages or so. One piece I read, it was a very small piece. I was quite surprised. What is in this lecture? Why he has selected? Really, I did not find anything inspiring at all there. Then I understood, Swamiji also says somewhere, some person comes, his wonderful language, his diction is beautiful, his choice of words is wonderful, he hardly makes any impression. Another person, not that much, nowhere like that, but he makes a tremendous impact on the audience. So whenever Maharaj would get up and speak, it's not the words, his life would shine forth. Because of his extraordinary life, whatever came out of his mouth, whenever he used to address an audience, he used to captivate them. In fact, now I have heard, if you just only see the language, dictionary, all that, I have heard even better speakers. But Maharaj had that extraordinary power because it was his life that used to shine forth. So, that is why it has never been our tradition to be a big speaker and all that. The next generation, almost for 5 decades or 6 decades, he kind of ruled the world. And largely because it has built an extraordinary life of tapasya, intense tapasya of the highest order. That is why whenever he would come, whenever he would stand up on the stage, it was very different. It was totally different experience. So, in his writings also you may not find, his writings are no doubt good for scholars and all that. The kind of spiritual fervor, the spiritual mood, atmosphere you would create, it was very different. He was a totally different personality. So that's Maharaj. Now today, talking about SWAMI BRAHMANANDA. This order owes everything to Brahmananda. We are here because of him. Swamiji was, you could go to extremes. In fact, one of the direct disciples themselves said that, morning Swamiji says like that, and yesterday he said, today is totally different. Then somebody said, no, you go to mother, catch hold of mother. So he was like that. See, wherever, he was like a huge searchlight, such a blazing sun of knowledge. Whatever you would say, you would take it to such heights. Today you would speak of Advaita, everything else is gone. Tomorrow you will talk about Ramananda with the same fervor. So, similarly, you would give everything. There was plague, he said, sell Belur Mutt. Why should we monks have monastery and land and all that? We are supposed to live under the trees. Why all this? Sell away. Fortunately, mother saved. Who is he to sell the land? It is dedicated in my name. How can Naren sell it? Does he think that Thakur came just for one little relief? That was mother's insight. Of course, fortunately, it was not necessary. But Swamiji. So when he came back from abroad, actually during Sri Ramakrishna's time itself, seeing, although he was always, right from childhood, he was that kind of an ecstatic nature. Sri Ramakrishna once remarked, he has such intelligence, he can be a king. So immediately Swamiji within the next 2 days started circulating the view, hereafter we will call him Raja. He will be our Raja, Raja Maharaj, Raja Maharaj. That's how the name Raja came. So when he came back from abroad, whatever money, everything he had, he simply came and poured it on his lap, his hands he gave it. Raja, all these days, years I was struggling, now I have given them to the rightful owner. Completely he gave everything to him. It was Raja Maharaj really organized. See, the initial years of an organization are so tough. We could have been finished off. But because of his insight, acumen, all the major centers, today, they are all celebrating the centenary. Benares, Kankal, Bhuvaneshwar, many other places, Chennai Mutt, Bangalore, they all owe their existence to Raja Maharaj. He was such a great administrator. He would never have time. It was impossible to call him for a meeting. Sudanji used to struggle to get a date. I am not well today. Today I am having cold. Today I am something else. He won't meet. He won't give date. He won't sign papers. So they all struggled. But whenever he would say something, very, very extraordinary. That was his name. So all that consolidation, everything about this thing, streamlining. See, Swamiji was like that. Once, Swamiji and Raja Maharaj, they were traveling by a horse carriage. Somebody had given Swamiji a very beautiful golden pocket watch. It was encased in a golden case and golden chain. For him, golden dust, Swamiji, for him, everything same only. So the coachman was looking at with a tremendous interest, curiosity and desire. So Swamiji simply took out that watch and gave it to him. He saw that he wanted it. So Raja Mother did not get down along with Swamiji, allowed him to go. And after 5 minutes, he said, "You give the watch back." He took the watch and gave him some money. He would have gone and sold it for small money, they would not. So he took it, he knew it is priceless. He took the watch and gave him money. So, the whole streamlining, who should be members of the board, who should not be, everything, all Rajamma is planning. Nivedita was so close. She was virtually like Swamiji's daughter. Rajamma clearly said, either be in politics or be a nun here. You can't have both. Nivedita had to give a declaration in the papers. I am not associated in any way. I am not a member of the Ramakrishna organization, etc. Because she was of a British origin. She was a Scottish, Irish lady. She had no problem, but all police and the surveillance would come on the mission and the monks. We can't run to authority. No one can touch her. She can do whatever she likes. But it would have been impossible to run the organization. So Raja Maharaj clearly said, you please decide once and for all. He continued to treat her with extraordinary affection. Whenever she would come, they would make all arrangements. But he made sure that there was no interference on her account. That was his extraordinary. See, when great personalities, particularly of the nature of Avatara, God himself descending on earth, it's not a small incident or a small occurrence. When they come, they just don't come alone. Because, first of all, for them, coming down itself is a great concession. You know how was the origin of Sri Ramakrishna? From that Akanda Sachidananda, that luminosity, condensing into the form of a small child and descending onto earth. You can imagine the torturous journey for such a person. Obviously, because of their extraordinary Shuddha Sattva nature, Sri Ramakrishna once, while breaking into piece a luchi, he cut his finger. So soft and so sattvic he was. So they bring their minstrels, they bring their companions along with them for various reasons. That's a very separate subject itself. So Raja Maharaj, one of them, Thakur used to call him as Nitya Siddha, ever perfect. Verse 6, he had really identified Thakur, Niranjan Maharaj, Naren Maharaj, Yogananda, and also one Purna and Premananda, 6 of them. Ever he would compare them to the Homa bird. Of course, in which Veda it comes, we don't know, but somewhere Thakur must have heard. Homa bird, it flies very high, it lays eggs there, then even while falling down, the chick comes out, then it takes a downward plunge towards the earth. When it comes to a certain distance, it knows if I go down, I'll be smashed to death. So immediately it goes up. So he says they are all like this Homa Pakshi. They just don't really touch this earth in that sense. They are here, but they are, in a sense, they are not here. So Raja Maharaj was really, that way he was a companion. That's why Prabhupada, mainly his contribution in that book about his life and teachings, he calls it eternal companion. The Nitya companion of the Lord. So it's called eternal companion. It's very difficult to write or speak about the biography of such illumined souls because, it is largely, it relates to inner life. He was not a big industrial magnate with millions and billions and so on and this and all that. So many products, so many brands and this and that. Nothing in terms of outward or external life. It's all largely inner life. It's very difficult to write about them. But Prabhupada says, when you go near such people, if you have even the least of spiritual tendency, you feel an extraordinary aura about them. Their capacity to uplift your minds, even in small interactions. And he says, Great souls, they see much more of it. Because of our own limitedness, we don't get to see so much. But the greater is your own evolution in spiritual life. That's why his companions, they saw much more of it in Raja Maharaj's life. Seems, somebody brought fruits for offering. Shashi Maharaj simply said, offer it to Raja. Offering it to him is same as offering to Sri Ramakrishna. To devotees, he would introduce, you have not seen Thakur. Seeing him is same as seeing Thakur. That's how Shashi Maharaj would introduce. I think once, either one of them, either Prabhupanji or Tishuranji, they did not agree with what Maharaj was saying, apparently. But Mahapurush Maharaj was immediately, he said, yes, yes, yes. So I think the Swami went and said, why are you being like a yes man? Then he laughed and said, you are seeing only the external Maharaj. We see the external Maharaj with nothing inside except God. Whatever comes from him is directly coming from God, know it for certain. The Swami writes, slowly, yes, we used to understand how it happens. So, he says, whatever comes is directly from God. I think Prabhupada saw, again, they were together, he was a sevak for many, many years. And then Maharaj was to start a journey. He said, you bring the almanac. And he was selecting. We know, Maharaj, the same trick. Every time you do this, every time you select a date, and then at the day, no, not today, some other time. Some other time you keep on saying, why this? You can straight away say which day you are going. He says, do you know why? Because the devotees keep asking, you have to say something. So I say. Unless I get a direct command from God, I don't decide. He was shocked. Does God really come and tell you? Does He you really contact? Yes, he said. Yes. Everything that I do is directly on the command of God. Do you select your disciples that way? Yes. I select my disciples only that way. Whatever I do is directly from God. Nothing else. Unless I get this thing, I will not I don't take any other decision like that. Again, often he would say that, someone goes for something like that, not today, I'm having cold, I'm having that. Then finally, the day he decides, you can clearly see his special power manifesting through that. Whenever he decides, whenever he says something. Later on, someone somewhere said, even people totally disconnect with spiritual life. Somebody having some problem in the industry, factory, this, that. Everything he would hear and give a solution. Because he had a very unique capacity that way. So a large number of people used to be attracted by him. Actually, Swami, once someone was telling him about the visions, etc. of Gopal Irma. Irma used to literally see Balagopal, living. So then this Swami was explaining, it is all of a transcendental realm. It's not exactly physical, it's not possible something. Immediately, Raja Maharaj was in the adjacent room, he came out. Oh, as if you are omniscient, you know everything. Then the Swami asked Maharaj, how is it possible to see that which is in the transcendental world with these eyes? How is it possible? He says, how is it possible to see with the physical eyes? Raja Maharaj simply asked him, can you show me the dividing line between matter and spirit? Swami is simply shocked. Then he understood, with open eyes, Raja Maharaj was always in the state of Brahmajnana. He was only perceiving Brahman all the time. So much so he could say that, see, if there is no dividing line between spirit and matter, that means there is only spirit. See, if there is, either it should be only matter or it should be only spirit. Obviously, in this case, it can't be all matter. It was all spirit. That means he was always in constant communion with the highest. And he was always in a state of that kind of a Brahmajnana. So, this is, he clearly said, it cannot be any other explanation is possible. That's why, in the Shastras say, Brahma with Brahmaiva bhavati. A knower of Brahman becomes virtually Brahman itself, obviously. His appearance was also very, very, very wonderful. From behind, he used to look like Thakur. Once he was walking in Belurmat grounds, Duniyananda he was taken aback. Why Thakur is walking? And once he was getting down from train and he was perhaps moving out in a very crowded railway station. And one gentleman was asking another, can you make out to which part of India belongs? Is he a Bengali or a Punjabi or a which? The other man said, I cannot, but I certainly know that he is a man of God. See, unknown strangers. Imagine the power of the power emanating from his personality. Totally unknown person, seeing him for the first time, his verdict is, I don't know from which part, but he's a man of God. That was his reaction. So, he was born on 21st January 1863. Ananda Mohan Ghosh was his father and Kailash Kamini was his mother. So, Sri Ramakrishna later on told about him. From a very young age, he has had a tremendous, intense love for God. He says that is possible only through several years of intense practice or the result of several births. That's what Sri Ramakrishna's verdict about him. From a very young age, he was really interested in spiritual pursuits. God is our only Father. How to get him? So after some time, they put him to Calcutta for higher studies, but he was not doing well. So his father thought that he must be getting emotionally disturbed. So at the age of 16 or so, he kind of got him married. One Vishweshwari was the person who married him. But so happened, sometimes that's why it's better if a person has even a little dependence on God, the attitude should be whatever God does is for our good. They thought that they are binding him down. That brought him the greatest mukti or freedom ultimately, because the girl's mother was devoted to Sri Ramakrishna, and the girl's and her brother is the girl's mother's brother was a close devotee of Ramakrishna, Manmohan Mitra. He only brought him to Sri Ramakrishna. That was again a very, very strange thing, because Sri Ramakrishna was, by the time he had really finished his major sadhanas, etc., but he was feeling very much, that constantly surrounded by whoever would come, he could clearly see inside out the person coming. So I am so much in the company of such worldly people. He was praying to Mother, can you give me a pure-hearted youngster for my company? I am really sick of this worldly company. Then he had several visions. Once he saw a boy standing beneath a tree somewhere. And then again, we had one more vision of the same boy. Then one day, Mother appeared to him and placed a small child on his lap and said, this is your child. He was shocked. Child for me? No, not in the normal sense. He is your Manasputra. Then just before Rakal's actual coming, he saw 100-petal lotus blooming on the waters of Ganges, and two exquisitely beautiful boys were dancing on it. One was clearly Sri Krishna, the other was his companion. They say they were as if it was an ocean of bliss, and bliss was being splashed all around by the dance. That was Ramakrishna's vision. And Rakal came, instantaneously Ramakrishna saw, this is the boy who stood below the tree. This is the boy who mother placed on my lap as a child. This is the boy who was dancing with Sri Krishna. Then he asked him his name. He said, Rakal. Oh, Rakal. The companion, the shepherd companion of the Lord. That was his expression. And then he told Manmohan Mitra, see, he has tremendous possibilities. This boy has tremendous spiritual possibilities that he can really blossom into a great spiritual person that way. As it happened with many, the very first meeting was virtually the one that sealed their fate, so to say. So Rakhal also, after meeting Sri Ramakrishna, he felt that here is a man who had seen and realized God, who had seen and known God. That was the feeling. Rakhal also went back home. Obviously, though it is irresistible was a charm of Sri Ramakrishna. They have to come again and again, again and again. So, he's slowly, Rakhal thought Sri Ramakrishna was his father, mother, God, everything. Although he was quite a teenager by that time, he was 18, 19 or so, but he would play with him like a small child. And Thakur also, like Yashoda, the way she would treat Balagopal, that was the kind of relation they had. But it was not so much so, he started going to Sri Ramakrishna so frequently, and his father saw that marriage is totally in tatters, ruin, nothing is happening. In fact, it has become worse after marriage. So he locked him up in the room so that he cannot go. And one day he brought him and made him sit by his side, and he was very deeply poring over some legal documents. Simply he slipped and ran away and went to Dakshineshwar. So next 2-3 days he could not go because he was busy. And then when he came, Rakhal was very afraid to face his father. But Sri Ramakrishna said, no, you go and meet him. Then he met him, and then he offered his pranams and all. And somehow Anand Mohan was convinced slowly. And he was a very worldly person. He saw many deputy magistrates and many other influential persons were there. Thought that if I coming here, I can also get some good contacts. So he said, all right, you be here, but now and then you please send him home. Thakur also gladly agreed. So, Thakur was a very, absolutely, we can say, a rustic person, and he had no frills, nothing. So one day Rakhal said, I'm very hungry. Then he went and in the Ganges bank in Dakshineshwar, oh Gaurdasi, my Rakhal is hungry, please bring something. And Gaurdasi came in a boat bringing lot of items of food. Oh Rakhal, you said you are hungry, Gaurdasi has brought, come. Rakhal said, I told you I'm hungry, should you advertise like this in front of everybody? Arey, what is there, you are hungry, can you not say hungry if you are hungry, what is there? Ramakrishna never. But Rakhal was from a Zamindar family, why you say like this in front of everybody? He was objecting. And then, but still, it was not always like that. Sri Ramakrishna also knew when to really chasten, when to correct. So once Rakhal was massaging his feet with oil, he was often pestering him for some vision and all that. I say, I'm not getting any experience, I'm not getting any. I initially did not see anything. But then he gave him a good round of scolding. But he was from a Zamindari family. He simply threw that bottle of oil there itself, broke it to pieces, and he left. But he went to the gate of Dakshineshwar. He found it as if someone had bound him hand and feet. He simply sat down there on the dusty road itself. He could not take one step more. In the meanwhile, Thakur sent Ramlal Dada to bring him. So he went and brought him. And Thakur said, could you go? Is it so easy? And naturally Rakhal felt very ashamed, and then he just hung his head that way. But then he was like that, but somehow Sri Ramakrishna felt that maybe still, see, it's very difficult to understand these great lives, how it would fan out. Somehow Thakur had a feeling, see, those whom Sri Ramakrishna virtually molded, each one of those disciples, 16, each one of them could have started a huge organization by themselves. But each one was shaped, molded, chiseled, particularly according to each one's needs. For example, and totally unlettered, illiterate Latu was also a Brahmagyani, one of the best minds of the world of the 19th century, Swamiji. He was also a disciple. How do you make this all together? So, but because he knew virtually the inside out of everybody. That's why often his instructions would be like that. See, when Yogananji went and he brought from a I think somewhere he went and they spoke ill of Sri Ramakrishna something. He simply came back. He scolded him. See, if you, instead of hearing Guru Ninda, you are supposed to pour molten lead into one's ears. And you simply came away. You didn't protest. But Niranjan, he was coming by boat. They criticized Sri Ramakrishna. He was such a stout, well-built man. He started rocking it. All of you will be drowned. They were terribly afraid. All of them sought pardon. Please forgive us. And when he came and told Sri Ramakrishna, he scolded him. What is there if some people criticize? You are about to kill so many innocent people. You see, for each person he knew. So Raka, somehow he felt some trace of some desire for something is there. So he started sending him back to his house. So he started spending more time in the house, in the family. But then there's a huge turmoil in his mind because he was meant for an extraordinary spiritual evolution. So finally he came back and told Sri Ramakrishna, what should I do? Sri Ramakrishna did not say anything. He went back. 3 days and nights he prayed so intensely. Then suddenly he felt as if a veil has been removed from his eyes, and he made his decision once and for all. He told his mother, he told everybody, I am going. They also agreed that now there is no looking back. When he came back, Sri Ramakrishna was waiting to welcome him. So that last little bit of thing was over. So he was fully now tuned for higher and higher levels of spiritual life. So he was saying, this, I'm not getting anything. One day he was sitting in the hall, in the Nath Mandir, facing the Bhavatarani temple. And suddenly he found a huge blazing light. Not like the sun blazing, but so cool like the moon. It was simply emanating from the temple, shrine. It was coming towards him. It was about to engulf him. He became so terrified, he ran. And when he went to Sri Ramakrishna, he said, you always say that you are not getting anything. When something happens, you run away in fear. What is this? Then again, another day, he was sitting. He said, I'm not able to concentrate. I'm not able to really put my mind. Then Sri Ramakrishna said, you put out your tongue. He drew some lines, bas. Deeply, he was immersed in meditation. The another day, when he was meditating, Sri Ramakrishna came near, just gave him mantra, and also, here is your Ishta. Immediately, he had a very luminous vision of his Ishta Devata. So by the time, he clearly understood that Sri Ramakrishna was everything for him. And he can do anything for him. That was completely, it was convinced in his mind. And then that's how he really finally developed under Sri Ramakrishna. And slowly, the last days, Sri Ramakrishna attained Mahasamadhi. Then he started even more intense spiritual life. Such tapasya, once his own companion, Subhadananda, asked him, see, Thakur gave you everything including samadhi. Why are you begging like this? Again, coming to this kshetra, that kshetra, like that. But he said, no, brother, he might have given. Still, I feel that there is something lacking. The samadhi is not spontaneous, so natural, like an everyday thing for me. Once a while, no. Constantly, all the time. In fact, Vijayakshara Goswami also happened to be in Vrindavan at the time. He asked him, Thakur had given you everything. Yes, he has given us. But to make it our own, we are doing sadhana. Such sadhana, sometimes they would not go for begging. They would say, if Thakur is there, let him bring. They have tested Thakur several times. Somebody, unknown person, would come and feed them. And one day they were going for bath. When they came out, yesterday Ramchandra appeared and said, to Sajjan, they are coming out, they'll be coming out of water after bath, feed them. Like that, like so many. Somewhere near Narmada, he went to that place and 6 days he was immersed in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Again, somewhere near Panchavati, crossing the Godavari, they came to Panchavati. 3 days and nights he was immersed in Samadhi. That kind of extraordinary spiritual life, I think Haridwar Ashram now it stands is where he did his tapasya. That's why it's so beautiful even now. It's all his tapasya, the same place, hut. Later on, they have started that. So, as I told you, Swamiji laid the foundation, but the edifice was largely built by Brahmananji, Raja Maharaj. So, he gave them, actually, he was such exceptional insights. When a big millionaire came, his wife had passed away, he wanted to give everything and join the order also. Those days it was, the money was so rare and Babaram Maharaj was very keen. He brought him. Babaram, the householder, he is developing a spirit of Tyaga and he wants to give. We are sadhus, like householders, we want property. But within a week, that person said, no, I said so in emotion, I don't want to give. Rajamara knew how to judge, how to take decisions. Everything was spot on that way. In another case also it happened. Somebody came in with a big, this thing. And he was absolutely, he never cared for any so-called norms and this and that. He was literally the king. Nobody dared say anything. You would, and Velurma at the time, there used to be many small ponds inside the campus. His hobby was, he'll put on what is called, in Gamcha, they say in Bengali, it's a towel, it's a spun, homespun, that like. And he will put on with oil, somebody would have applied oil, he'll be sitting and holding that chip and all that for catching fish. Actually, his mind was, when it tries, it would go to extraordinary heights. But as a hobby, so one day one district magistrate came. Those days, everybody would shake. He was so powerful. He came and he met Babaram Maharaj. No, I want to meet your president. I want to take Diksha. He didn't know what to say. We go and see, he's sitting on the bank of the pond. Oh, a machli wala president, I don't want. Then he went away. Then Babaram Maharaj very much upset. Raja, how many times I told you, you are president, you should not be like this. Are Babaram, koto matishmer aaj chup tako tum. You keep quiet. Then within a week, this man is coming, running. Where is your president? Where is your president? Why you said that day, this Machiliwala president we don't want? No, please, where is he? Where is he? Thakur gave me darshan and scolded, you fool, go, fall at his feet. This time Maharaj was on the veranda above that building, facing Ganges. He was in his chair, he was totally indrawn. His vision was totally elsewhere. Fell at his feet, begged and wept and he gave him Diksha. For Diksha, amongst other things, for Guru, he brought all that fishing equipment. That is still there in Raja Maharaj's room upstairs. He could do anything, you cannot imagine what all he would do. So, and also he was a person of such humor, any practical jokes, some of which can't even be repeated in public, like so much he would make. People run. See, Akhandanji was staying for a number of months in the mutt. He was always keen to go back to Sargachi. So Maharaj said, all right, you can go. They purchased a ticket. They called Palanquin to take him. But just before going, I think Maharaj tipped them and said, just take him round and round Belur Mutt and bring back after 3 hours. So they were going round and round. They were saying, we are going. Only for a little drink and smoke, we are stopping. After 3 hours, they brought him. And when he came down, he saw Raja Maharaj sitting there laughing. Like that. So many, but at the same time, when he was in Bhubaneswar, 4 young men came from Calcutta. We heard that the Mutt's president is staying in Mukushta Kuladam. We will expose him thoroughly. Where is he? Then the hotel wala said, the ashrama is not far away. You go the direction. Just some few minutes before their coming, suddenly Raja Maharaj's mood changed. He told everybody, please in that room you please put 4 chairs and one for me in front, and you close the door. When somebody will come, you allow them and then you close the door. So they came. Where is your president? Oh, he is sitting in that room. They entered. They say for the next 1 hour, the ceiling would split. That kind of laughter, attahasi. They are laughing. So after 1 hour they came out. We don't know about spirituality. We have met a hasyamay purush we have seen in our life. He made them laugh like anything. So, again, his work as a guru was also so extraordinary. Two ladies, we had never come before and all that. Suddenly they had a Thakur appeared in their dream from very aristocratic family. They came. And Raja Maharaj gave them initiation. He says clearly, Thakur knows how to do his own work. We think that we are doing his work. It is he who did it like this. One day one young widow, with great difficulty, she somehow managed to come. And it was, Raja Maharaj had taken food and he was to have rest usually. At that time, his sevak came and said, one young lady is there, she is insisting, she must see you now itself. Maharaj said, I will see her after 4 o'clock. No, she must come now. Maharaj allowed her. She came, simply fell at his feet and wept like anything. And Raja Maharaj asked her what it is. She said, I got married when I was 14. Within 2 months or so, my husband has died. I really do not know what to do. Then suddenly, after weeping for 1 year or so, Thakur appeared in my dream. And I said, you go to you. He said, then he will do everything for you. So she went to Shantatmani. Shantatmani directed her to Raja Maharaj. Then and there, Raja Maharaj gave her initiation. Later on, she went on to become a wonderful sannyasini. After 50 years or so, when Nirvanananji is prime sevak, when he was vice president, she came back in her ochre clothes. So Maharaj, after a talk, he recognized. She was so happy to come back, and then she went and told her disciple, selected the date, such and such day I will leave the body. He took Maharaj's name and gave up her body like that. So whomsoever he really, took care, it was very extraordinary. And his disciples write, sometimes he would keep on scolding, without any reason, so to say. Nobody would, he says, why he is scolding, we don't understand. Later on he writes, perhaps he wanted to bring out our old karma, samskaras and destroy them. That is why he is really doing like this. Then later on we understood. Immediately at the time we could not understand at all. So there are so many incidents in his life. I think we are running out of time. One thing that happened was during Christmas, when Devmata was in Madras, suddenly Maharaj said, sister, you want to go to your house, you arrange Christmas celebrations. She arranged everything, beautifully arranged. And Maharaj was sitting, and I think probably she or somebody started reading. As they were reading, Suddenly they saw that Thakur's, Raja Maharaj's vision was elsewhere. It was just not here at all. They knew that he had simply transcended into some other plane. Then, absolute stillness. Then after some time, Maharaj said, okay. Then they continued reading, so all was over. Then the monks asked for prasad. Then, sister, thank you. Maharaj said, no, Maharaj, you all came, we are so blessed, we should thank you. Sister, you don't know. When the Bible was being read, I literally saw Christ standing near the altar, dressed in a blue coat. He spoke with me. Like that was in Madras temple. Shashi Maharaj was doing Aarti. He was sitting behind. Just at the end of the Aarti, Shashi Maharaj clearly saw that Raja Maharaj is not in this world. He simply stood still. Motioned the brahmachari to fan him. He fanned him. Everybody was so silent. Somebody was crossing the hall. He stood stand still. He didn't take the other step. After some time only, when he came down to normal level, only things moved on. So that is, there are numerous such instances, and how the Durga Puja was started in 1901. Suddenly he saw Mother Durga walking on the waters and coming towards Belur Math. Little later, Swamiji arrived. He said, Raja, arrange for Durga Puja. I had a vision of Mother, both of them. So Durga Puja was started. So there are, in the famous Meenakshi temple of Madurai, he went, and our Ramakrishna ji wanted him to go and have quite near the sanctum sanctorum, but normally they would not allow. He simply shouted, Alvar, Alvar. Alvar means one of great Vaishnav saint. Simply they allowed. Raja Maharaj went near. He was in Samadhi. 1 hour, everybody stood still. Priest saw that here it was such extraordinary. Such instances in Rameshwaram, in Vindhyachal, so many places. I think we should have one more day. Maharaj, please call me again next year. So it's all not possible. So much is there. And then finally, his end came about in a very extraordinary way. He was, I think somewhere once, I think probably Ramlal Radha somewhere, he sang songs close to that period in 1922, reminding him about his nature. Because Thakur clearly warned for both Narayan and for Rakal, don't tell him about his real nature, then he will go. So that Sevak writes that probably that's the first time he really got some hint about who he was. And from the time his mood started changing. Then, he was saying, I am really, it's all Brahman, I am seeing everything. That kind of mood that came over him. See, I am floating on the leaf of knowledge and faith in the ocean of Brahma, in the Brahman of Atman. That was his feeling. And then suddenly he saw, see, Thakur's feet I am seeing, Viveka, Yogananda, Premananda, he saw all the disciples. And then, slowly he started calling all his disciples, blessed them everybody individually on several days. And finally, on the last final day, he clearly said that, oh, Krishna, my Thakur is my Krishna. Bring those anklets. I want to dance with Sri Krishna. Again, I am seeing those. Then they knew that his end was very imminent. And after a few days, I think in 1922, April 10th or so, he passed away. There are so many, we cannot let it conclude. Is it not, Mara? I think it's time. See, he has very clearly said in his teachings, whatever you might do, intense sadhana, clearly spiritual life, japa, meditation, a tremendous emphasis is laid. Please remember, that is the real strength of this parampara, this organization. We are not known for their speakers. Once in 50 years, when Ranganathan might come, that is not our specialty at all. Many great souls have lived. Many would come in the tradition, provided, as I said, what are we contributing to this parampara? Are we doing justice? So we should remember, in our own way, each one of us should pursue intense spiritual life. That's the only way this organization will go, this tradition will go, this parampara will grow. That's the only way. not by buildings, not by huge programs, not by advertisement and all that. So remember, they all clearly said, our intense inner life is really the guide for our goal, for our ultimate reality, and this parampara would become more and more strengthened to 1500 years with Swamiji prophesied, for which many of those great souls gave their life. If we have to really contribute, you must contribute through our intense inner life, spiritual struggle, japa, meditation. Somebody is asking about restlessness. He says, you do japa, it will go away automatically, but you have to practice intensely. Om Stapakaya cha dharmasya sarva dharma swarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namah. Namaskar.
We offer our humble pranam.
ॐ ह्रीं ऋतं त्वमचलो गुणेभ्यः नक्तं दिवं सकरुणं तव पादपद्मं मोहङ्कषं बहुकृतं न भजे यतोऽहं तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो भक्तिर्भवश्च भजनं भवभेदकारी गच्छत्यलं सुविपुलं गमनाय तत्त्वं वक्त्रोद्धृतोऽपि हृदये न च भाति किञ्चित् तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो तेजस्तरन्ते तरसा त्वयि तृप्ता तृष्णा रागे कृते ऋतपथे त्वयि रामकृष्णे मर्त्यामृतं तव पदं मरणोर्मि नाशं तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो कृत्यं करोति कलुषं कुहकान्तकारी स्नान्तं शिवं सुविमलं तव नाम नाथ यस्मादहं त्वशरणो जगदेकगम्या तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्म स्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः।
सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। सृष्टि स्थिति विनाशानां शक्ति भूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणी नमोस्तुते। शरणागता दीनार्ता परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्थे हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते।
प्रकृतिं परमां अभयां वरदां नररूपधरां जनतापहरां
शरणागत सेवकतोषकरीं प्रणमामि
परां जननीं
जगतां गुणहीनसुतान् अपराधयुतान् कृपयाद्य समुद्धर मोहगतान् तरणीं भवसागर पारकरीं प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां विषयं कुसुमं परिहृत्य सदा चरणामृत शान्तिसुधां पिबभृङ्गमनो भवरोगहरां प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां कृपां कुरु महादेवी सुतेषु प्रणतेषु च चरणाश्रयदानेन कृपामये नमोऽस्तुते लज्जापटावृते नित्यं शारदे ज्ञानदायिके पापेभ्यो नः सदा रक्ष कृपामये नमोऽस्तुते रामकृष्णगतप्राणां तन्नाम श्रवणप्रियां तद्भावरञ्जिताकारां प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः पवित्रं चरितं यस्याः पवित्रं जीवनं तथा पवित्रता स्वरूपिण्यै तस्यै कुर्मो नमो नमः देवीं प्रसन्नां प्रणतातिहन्त्रीं योगीन्द्रपूजां युगधर्मपात्रीं तां शारदां भक्तिविज्ञानदात्रीं दयास्वरूपां प्रणमामि नित्यं स्नेहेन बध्नासि मनोस्मदीयं दोषानशेषान् सगुणीकरोषि आहेतुनानोदयसे सदोषान् स्वाङ्के गृहीत्वा यदिदं विचित्रं प्रसीद मातर्विनयेन याचे नित्यं भव स्नेहवती सुतेषु प्रेमैकबिन्दु चिरदग्धचित्ते विषिं च चित्तं कुरु न सुशान्तं जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः
श्री श्याम नाम संकीर्तनम संकीर्तन संग्रह पेज नंबर 18 फॉर तेलुगु अर्चना पेज नंबर 59 वन्दे वंशीधरं कृष्णं स्मयमानमुखाम्बुजं पीताम्बरधरं नीलं माल्यचन्दनभूषितं राधा चित्तचकोरेन्दुं सौन्दर्य सुमहोदधीं परात् परतरं देवं ब्रह्मानन्द कृपानिधि। चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली। चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली। केलि चलन मणि कुण्डल मण्डित गण्डयुग स्मितशाली। चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली। चन्द्रक चारु मयूरशि खण्डक मण्डल वलयित गेशं। प्रचुर पुरन्दर धनुरन् रञ्जित मेरुर मुदिर सुवेशं। चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली। सञ्चरयधर सुधा मधुरध्वनि मुखरित मोहनवंशं। वलित दृगञ्चल चञ्चल मौलि कपोल विलोल बतं। चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली। हारममलतर तारमुरसि दधतं परिरम्भ विदूरं। स्फुटतर फेन कदम्ब करम्बितमिव यमुना जलपूरं। चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली। श्यामल मृदुल कलेवर मण्डलमधिगत गौरदुकूलं। नीलनलिनमिव स्फीतपराग पटल भर वलयित मूलं। चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली। वदन कमल परिशीलन मिलित मिहिर सम कुण्डल शोभम्। बन्धु जीव मधुराधर पल्लव मुल्लसित स्मित शोभम्। चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली। विशद कदम्बतले मिलितं कलिकलुषभयं शमयन्तं। करचरणोरसि मणिगणभूषण किरण विभिन्नतमिश्रं। चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली। शशिकिरणोच्छुरितोदर जलधर सुन्दर सुकुसुम केशं। त्रिमिरोदित विधुमण्डल निर्मल मलय तिलक निवेशं। चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली। श्रीजयदेव गणित विभव द्विगुणीकृत भूषण भारम् प्रणमत हृदि विनिधाय हरिं सुचिरं सुकृतोदय सारम् चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली केलि चलन मणि कुण्डल मण्डित गण्डयुग स्मित शाली चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली चन्दन चर्चित नीलकलेवर पीतवसन वनमाली। ओम श्री नारद उद्धवादि पार्षद गोप गोपीगण श्री राधा समेत श्री कृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम लक्ष्मी सेवित पदयुग श्याम सुर मुनि वरगण व्याचित श्याम भूभारोद्धरणार्थित श्याम लोकबंधु गुरुवाचक श्याम धर्म स्थापन शीलन श्याम स्वीकृत नरतनु सुरवर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम मायाधीश्वर चिन्मय श्याम यादव कुल संभूषण श्याम नंद यशोदा पालित श्याम श्रीवत्स्यांकित बालक श्याम मारित माया पूतन श्याम शकटासुर खल भंजन श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम दामोदर गुण मंदिर श्याम यमलार्जुन तरु भंजन श्याम गोपी जनगण मोहन श्याम अगणित गुण गण भूषित श्याम अगवगराक्ष घातक श्याम कालिय सर्प विमर्दन श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम जय वृंदावन चरवर श्याम गोचारण टर गोदर श्याम बर्ह सुशोभित चूड़क श्याम गललंबित वनमालक श्याम अग्रज बलभद्रान्वित श्याम गोपवधू हृदयस्थितश्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सर्वात्मक सर्वेश्वर श्याम धेनुक खरवधकारक श्याम सुरेंद्र पूजन वारक श्याम पर्वत पूजन कारक श्याम सुरगण पार्थित संगद श्याम निरुपम क्रीडन तोषण श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम पादाराधक विधिहर श्याम गोपी भावित प्रियकर श्याम नंदित नंद सुनंदन श्याम वैकुंठेश नराकृति श्याम कालिंदी तटचारण श्याम मोहन मुरली वादन श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम रास महोत्सव खेलन श्याम आनंदामृत वर्षण श्याम बहुविध शरीर धारण श्याम नाना लीला कौतुक श्याम ध्वज वज्रांकित मृदुपद श्याम समस्त लोकाह्लादक श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम वृषभारिष्ठ निपीडक श्याम विधिगत दर्प विनाशक श्याम रुचिर स्वरूप जनार्दन श्याम नीलकलेवर चिद्घन श्याम साधक मति संशोधन श्याम लीला नटन मनोहर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम गोपी जन गण पूजित श्याम राधा वेणी शोभक श्याम अक्रूरार्थित श्लेषद श्याम कृतरथयानारोहण श्याम व्रजनारी कुलवारित श्याम सखी गणदाहक विरहक श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम मथुरापुर जन मोहक श्याम सनकादिक मुनि चिंतित श्याम मत्तर जगगन घातक श्याम शुभ पीतांबर धारक श्याम मालाकार सुपूजित श्याम ब्रह्म सुपूर्ण परात्पर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम लज्जालेपननन्दित श्याम वक्राकृत्रिजुकारकरा घातित गजमदलेपन श्याम केशिक कंस निशूदन श्याम पद्मगदाधर कीर्तित श्याम उग्रसेन वरराज्यद श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम रामकृष्ण हरि गिरिधर श्याम माधव केशव नरहरि श्याम धृत गुरु सूनु सुजीवक श्याम भीष्म कवाला कामित श्याम द्वारवती संस्थापक श्याम रुक्मिण्यख्य सुहारक श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम नरकासुरवधकारक श्याम अदिति समर्पित कुंडल श्याम स्वधर्म तत्पर मोक्षद श्याम शिशुपाला सुविघातक श्याम बाणासुर भुज भेदन श्याम दानववर मधुसूदन श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम चक्र प्रताप सुदर्शक श्याम कोंडक दर्प विमर्दक श्याम दग्ध काम जनिताय श्याम इंद्र विधीश सुसेवित श्याम सखी भक्तार्जुन सारथि श्याम पांडव कुल सम्मानित श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम गीतामृत संदोहक श्याम भीष्म प्रतिज्ञा पालक श्याम विश्वरूप संदर्शक श्याम आत्यंतिक सुख साधक श्याम भक्त कृपार्णव भर्गद श्याम शरणागत जनतारक श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम भक्त काम संपूरक श्याम मंगल कर गतिदायक श्याम ऐश्वर्यादिक षड्गुण श्याम विश्वाशय जन पालन श्याम सर्वचराचर धारण श्याम पूर्ण चराचर केलन श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम द्वारवती पुर पावन श्याम कुरु यदुकुल संहारक श्याम बदरी संप्रहितोद्भव श्याम प्रवास गमना मोदित श्याम योग स्थित यदुनंदन श्याम सुरगण वंदित मोदन श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद पद स्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम देवक्यात्मज दैवत श्याम मोहन नटनानंदन श्याम सूचित नरतनु त्याग श्याम जरलुब्धकशर वेदित श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद गणेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम सत्य सनातन सुंदर श्याम नित्यानंद घनेश्वर श्याम।
त्रिगुणातीत गुणेश्वर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम त्रिगुणातीत गुणेश्वर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम सृष्टि स्थिति लय कारण श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम सृष्टि स्थिति लय कारण श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम त्रिगुणातीत गुणेश्वर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम गोविंद्याच्युत यादव श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम गोविंद्याच्युत यादव श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम त्रिगुणातीत गुणेश्वर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम नारायण हरि केशव श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम नारायण हरि केशव श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम त्रिगुणातीत गुणेश्वर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम मुकुंद मुरहर वामन श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम मुकुंद मुरहर वामन श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम त्रिगुणातीत गुणेश्वर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम जय जय गोपी वल्लभ श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम जय जय गोपी वल्लभ श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम त्रिगुणातीत गुणेश्वर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम अनुपम सुंदर मोहन श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम अनुपम सुंदर मोहन श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम त्रिगुणातीत गुणेश्वर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम अखिल रसामृत सागर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम अखिल रसामृत सागर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम त्रिगुणातीत गुणेश्वर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम त्रिगुणातीत गुणेश्वर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम सृष्टि स्थिति लय कारण श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम सृष्टि स्थिति लय कारण श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम गोविंद्याच्युत यादव श्याम राधा माधव यादव
अच्युत यादव श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम नारायण हरि केशव श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम नारायण हरि केशव श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम मुकुंद मुरहर वामन श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम मुकुंद मुरहर वामन श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम जय जय गोपी वल्लभ श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम जय जय गोपी वल्लभ श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम अनुपम सुंदर मोहन श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम अनुपम सुंदर मोहन श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम अखिल रसामृत सागर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम अखिल रसामृत सागर श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम त्रिगुणातीत गुणेश्वर 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 श्याम राधा माधव राधा श्याम।
नमो ब्रह्मण्यदेवाय गो ब्राह्मणहिताय च जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। अच्युतं केशवं विष्णुं हरिं सत्यं जनार्दनं हंसं नारायणं वन्दे श्रीधरं भक्तवत्सलम्। नवीननीरदश्यामं नीलेन्दीवरलोचनं वल्लवीनन्दनं वन्दे कृष्णं गोपालरूपिणम्। योगीश्वरं यज्ञपतिं यशोदानन्ददायकं यमुनाजलकल्लोलं तं वन्दे यदुनायकम्। ओमिति श्रीश्यामनाम संकीर्तनं समाप्तम्।
208208 అందరూ కలిసి పాడండి. గురు బ్రహ్మ గురుర్విష్ణు గురుర్దేవ మహేశ్వర
గురు బ్రహ్మ గురు విష్ణు గురుదేవ మహేశ్వర
గురు సాక్షాత్ పర బ్రహ్మ గురు మహారాజ్ జయ జయ
గురు సాక్షాత్ పర బ్రహ్మ గురు మహారాజ్ జయ జయ
నిర్విकार నిరాकार परमहंस जय जय
నిర్వికార నిరాకార పరమహంస జయ జయ యోగాచార్య దేవదేవ రామకృష్ణ జయ జయ యోగాచార్య దేవదేవ రామకృష్ణ జయ జయ బ్రహ్మశక్తి బ్రహ్మ విద్య శారదాంబ జయ జయ ब्रह्मशक्ति ब्रह्म विद्या शारदांब जय जय सरस्वती महामाय मातृदेवी जय जय सरस्वती महामाय मातृदेवी जय जय विश्वगुरु विश्ववन्द्य विवेकानंद जय जय विश्ववन्द्य विवेकानंद जय जय रामकृष्ण भावपुत्र ब्रह्मानंद जय जय रामकृष्ण भावपुत्र ब्रह्मानंद जय जय
रामकृष्ण
भावपुत्र ब्रह्मानंद जय जय रामकृष्ण भावपुत्र ब्रह्मानंद जय जय महापुरुष महायोगी शिवानंद जय जय महापुरुष महायोगी शिवानंद जय जय जगन्मातु प्रीति पुत्र योगानंद जय जय जगन्मातु प्रीति पुत्र योगानंद जय जय सिद्ध योगी महात्यागी तुर्यानंद जय जय सिद्ध योगी महात्यागी तुर्यानंद जय जय प्रेम रूप शांति दाता प्रेमानंद जय जय प्रेम रूप शांति दाता प्रेमानंद जय जय परमहंस दास दास अद्भुतानंद जय जय परमहंस दास दास अद्भुतानंद जय जय गुणशीला गुणातीत त्रिगुणातीत जय जय गुणशीला गुणातीत त्रिगुणातीत जय जय सर्वकर्म मर्मदर्शी अभेदानंद जय जय सर्वकर्म मर्मदर्शी अभेदानंद जय जय विश्व प्रेमी विमल हृदय अखंडानंद जय जय विश्व प्रेमी विमल हृदय अखंडानंद जय जय नित्य योगी सुनिर्मल निरंजनानंद जय जय नित्य योगी सुनिर्मल निरंजनानंद जय जय बाल भाव बालशील सुबोधानंद जय जय बाल भाव बालशील सुबोधानंद जय जय परमहंस कृपा प्राप्त अद्वैतानंद जय जय परमहंस कृपा प्राप्त अद्वैतानंद जय जय ज्ञान रूप शांत भाव विज्ञानानंद जय जय ज्ञान रूप शांत भाव विज्ञानानंद जय जय मातृभक्त मातृसेवी शारदानंद जय जय मातृभक्त मातृसेवी शारदानंद रामकृष्ण सेवा प्रेमी शशि महाराज जय जय रामकृष्ण सेवा प्रेमी शशि महाराज जय जय रामकृष्ण 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 जय जय रामकृष्ण 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 जय जय रामकृष्ण 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 जय जय रामकृष्ण Ramakrishna Ramakrishna Jaya Jaya Deva Deva Mahadeva Ramakrishna Jaya Jaya Deva Deva Mahadeva Ramakrishna Jaya Jaya Purna Brahma Purna Shakti Ramakrishna Jaya Jaya Purna Brahma Purna Shakti Ramakrishna Jaya 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 Ramakrishna Jaya Jaya Ramakrishna 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 Jaya Jaya Deva Deva Mahadeva Ramakrishna Jaya Jaya Deva Deva Mahadeva Ramakrishna Jaya Jaya Purna Brahma Purna Shakti Ramakrishna Jaya Jaya Purna Brahma Purna Shakti Ramakrishna Jaya 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 Ramakrishna Jaya Jaya.
యాభై రెండు 52 భాగ్యాద లక్ష్మీ బారమ్మ నమ్మమ్మనే సౌభాగ్యాద లక్ష్మీ బారమ్మ నమ్మమ్మనే సౌభాగ్యాద లక్ష్మీ బారమ్మ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯನಿ ಕುತ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯನಿ ಕುತ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಕಾಲಿನ ನಾದವ ತೋರುತ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯನಿ ಕುತ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಕಾಲಿನ ನಾದವ ತೋರು ಸಜ್ಜನ ಸಾಧು ಪೂಜೆಯ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಸಜ್ಜನ ಸಾಧು ಪೂಜೆಯ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆಯೊಳಗಿನ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆಯಂತೆ ಸಜ್ಜನ ಸಾಧು ಪೂಜೆಯ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಮಜ್ಜಿಗೆಯೊಳಗೆ ಬೆಣ್ಣೆಯಂತೆ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮನೆ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ಕನಕ ವೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಕರೆಯುತ ಬಾರೆ ಕನಕ ವೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಕರೆಯುತ ಬಾರೆ ಮನಕೆ ಮಾನವ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಯ ತೋರೆ ಕನಕ ವೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಕರೆಯುತ ಬಾರೆ ಮನಕೆ ಮಾನವ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಯ ತೋರೆ ದಿನಕರ ಕೋಟಿ ತೇಜದಿ ಹೊಳೆಯುವ ದಿನಕರ ಕೋಟಿ ತೇಜದಿ ಹೊಳೆಯುವ ಜನಕರಾಯನ ಕುಮಾರಿ ಬೇಗ ದಿನಕರ ಕೋಟಿ ತೇಜದಿ ಹೊಳೆಯುವ ಜನಕರಾಯನ ಕುಮಾರಿ ಬೇಗ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ
ಹತ್ತಿ ತಗಲದೆ ಭಕ್ತರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹತ್ತಿ ತಗಲದೆ ಭಕ್ತರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿತ್ಯ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವ ನಿತ್ಯ ಸುಮಂಗಳ ಹತ್ತಿ ತಗಲದೆ ಭಕ್ತರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿತ್ಯ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವ ನಿತ್ಯ ಸುಮಂಗಳ ಸತ್ಯವ ತೋರುವ ಸಾಧು ಸಜ್ಜನರ ಸತ್ಯವ ತೋರುವ ಸಾಧು ಸಜ್ಜನರ ಚಿತ್ತದಿ ಹೊಳೆಯುವ ಪುತ್ಥಳಿ ಬೊಂಬೆ ಸತ್ಯವ ತೋರುವ ಸಾಧು ಸಜ್ಜನರ ಚಿತ್ತದಿ ಹೊಳೆಯುವ ಪುತ್ಥಳಿ ಬೊಂಬೆ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಿಲ್ಲದ ಭಾಗ್ಯವ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಿಲ್ಲದ ಭಾಗ್ಯವ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಂಕಣ ಕೈಯ ತಿರುವುತ ಬಾರೆ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಿಲ್ಲದ ಭಾಗ್ಯವ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕಂಕಣ ಕೈಯ ತಿರುವುತ ಬಾರೆ ಕುಂಕುಮಾಂಕಿತೆ ಪಂಕಜಲೋಚನೆ ಕುಂಕುಮಾಂಕಿತೆ ಪಂಕಜಲೋಚನೆ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣನ ಬಿಂಕದ ರಾಣಿ ಕುಂಕುಮಾಂಕಿತೆ ಪಂಕಜಲೋಚನೆ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣನ ಬಿಂಕದ ರಾಣಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ತುಪ್ಪದ ಕಾಲುವೆ ಹರಸಿ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ತುಪ್ಪದ ಕಾಲುವೆ ಹರಸಿ ಶುಕ್ರವಾರದ ಪೂಜೆಯ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ತುಪ್ಪದ ಕಾಲುವೆ ಹರಸಿ ಶುಕ್ರವಾರದ ಪೂಜೆಯ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಅಕ್ಕರೆಯುಳ್ಳ ಅಳಗಿರಿ ರಂಗನ ಅಕ್ಕರೆಯುಳ್ಳ ಅಳಗಿರಿ ರಂಗನ ಚೊಕ್ಕ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ರಾಣಿ ಅಕ್ಕರೆಯುಳ್ಳ ಅಳಗಿರಿ ರಂಗನ ಚೊಕ್ಕ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ರಾಣಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬಾರಮ್ಮ.
ఫ్యూ అనౌన్స్మెంట్స్. వచ్చే ఆదివారం ఫిబ్రవరి 2వ తేదీ మఠంలో శ్రీ శ్రీ సరస్వతి పూజ నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. అదే రోజు భగవాన్ శ్రీరామకృష్ణ సన్యాస శిష్యులు స్వామి త్రిగుణాతీతానంద మహారాజ్ జన్మతిథి కూడా. ఆ రోజు సాయంత్రం 6:30 శ్రీరామకృష్ణ ఆరాత్రికము, 7 గంటలకు సరస్వతీ మాతకు విశేష పూజ భజనలు నిర్వహించబడతాయి. 8:15 విశేష ఆరతి. స్వామి త్రిగుణాతీతానంద మహారాజ్ జీవితం సందేశంపై ప్రసంగము ఫిబ్రవరి 3వ తేదీ సాయంత్రం ఆరాత్రికం అనంతరం నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. భక్తులందరూ ఈ కార్యక్రమాలన్నింటిలో పాల్గొని మూర్తిత్రయ కృపకు పాత్రలు కావాల్సిందిగా విజ్ఞప్తి. కమింగ్ సండే ఆన్ 2nd February, Shri Shri Saraswati Puja will be conducted in the mutt in the temple. On the day, Aaratrikam will be at 6:30 p.m. From 7 p.m. onwards, special worship to Mother Saraswati and special bhajans will be conducted. At 8:15, special Arati. On the day Swami Trigunatheetananda Maharaj Jayanti, on this occasion, the next day, that is on 3rd February, after Aaratrikam, special discourse on the life and teachings of Swami Trigunatheetananda Maharaj will be conducted. Murti Tayaniki Mariyu Swami Brahmananda Maharajku జయధ్వానాలు చెప్పిన తర్వాత భక్తులు దేవాలయం దిగువ హాల్లో పూజ్య అధ్యక్ష మహారాజ్కు ప్రణామం చేసుకోవచ్చు. సాధువులకు ప్రణామం చేసుకోవచ్చు, గెస్ట్ స్వామీజీకి ప్రణామం చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఆ తర్వాత భక్తులందరూ కూడా ప్రసాదం స్వీకరించవలసిందిగా విజ్ఞప్తి. ఆఫ్టర్ జై కమ్ టు హోలీ ట్రియో అండ్ స్వామి బ్రహ్మానందజీ, devotees can offer pranams to revered guest Swamiji. After that, all the devotees are requested to partake of prasadam.
जय भगवान श्री रामकृष्ण देव की जय. जय श्री शारदा माई की जय. जय स्वामी विवेकानंद महाराज की जय. जय वृंदावन बिहारी लाल जी की जय. जय श्रीमत् स्वामी ब्रह्मानंद महाराज जी की जय।